Well, good morning. It's somewhere around, I think, 10 o'clock, 9:30. Marie and I talked about zipping over to Cebu, which is right over there. There's a harbor over there. That little boat over there you just saw it in the picture. That's the fast track boat. That little thing right there. Believe it or not, it holds like 150 people. Huh. There's a big ferry that folds in here at the dock that you can take your cars and your scooters and motorcycles, whatever you want. It'll go over there, but it takes like an hour. It hasn't docked yet. And last night it poured rain, thunder. There's the cars waiting to go on the ferry. So we don't want to wait for the ferry. We want to take the fast track. It takes 16 minutes to get from dock to dock. The whole trip. And that is very, very reasonably priced per passenger. $150 and at today's exchange rate, that is $2.56 per person, one way. And we do little things to go to lunch all the time. Today we're going to zip over there and go to lunch. So I thought I would stop here at the bay to see how rough the water was. So I'm checking it out. And it's good. You know, it's under like 6, 8, 9 inch little waves coming in. Nothing big. So what I'm going to do is go over to Maria's house. Talked to her earlier. She was interested in the rain and the thunder and lightning that was forecasted is supposed to come in today again. And now everybody's welcoming the rain. Nobody's saying don't rain. It's been pretty dry for a while. And that's not good on the coconuts, bananas, and crops. So rain is a welcome thing. And it's very cool today. There's a little tiny boat. I can't believe we're going on that little sucker. That thing's probably about maybe 50 foot long. And I should take my scooter there with her on the back, but we're just going to go to a local place, grab a trike. 2 people was 200 pesos. They took us down the coast to a resort front restaurant. We're just going to lunch. Do some lunch. Look around. There's some other resorts over there we want to look at for future, taking some people. Here comes the barge in. Now it's a ship. This little thing we're going on is a boat. I think the barge, I think it's 200 pesos a piece. That takes an hour to go. And it takes time to load and offload. We might take a scooter later if we go down the coast more. But actually we found some really nice places to go for lunch or spend a day at resorts using the pools. Pools and food and view. And beaches. And for 2 people, you could do an all-day thing like that with great food, ferry rides, and the whole thing for, I would say 1,500 pesos. Now that's all day. This one we're just going for a 3-hour cruise. So for 25 bucks, you can go in the morning, come back at night. That ferry has another one coming. They go back and forth. So the big ferry is about every hour or so it leaves. The little fast track boat we're taking, every 30 minutes one leaves the dock. So you just come down, walk over, buy a quickie ticket. Both of ours was 300 pesos. Walk down that dock. You're going to see the people offload that little boat in a minute. But you go over there and jump on that thing, zip over there real quick. And have lunch. We have some business things. Maria has a couple businesses, and we go over there and talk about those things. And we're going to Thailand and talk about those things. And all the little things we do, we go to lunch and chat. It's what I'm used to in the U.S. You go to lunch or dinners and you chat about events you're going to do, business or not. All your plans that you got in motion. And we do a lot of things. I rarely video these things because I just don't want to take the time to do it. But I thought people might be interested that are around Dumaguete area or coming into, this is little trips you can take just for a couple hours if you want to. Very cheap. A lot of the restaurants and resorts we found you can walk to. You don't have to take a trike. If you just want to pay for the ferry ride and spend a 600-700 pesos on lunch, go ahead. Because for 10 bucks, you can go to lunch and have a nice lunch for 2. And we always get a picture of things like cucumber tea, or if they have lemonade or iced tea, we get a whole pitcher. We're usually thirsty. This time we went to a place, but I'll show that. I have a video coming up after this. It's going to show where we went. This one I'm just in the morning checking things out, and I'm going to head over to Maria's house. I just came from our apartment in Dumaguete. We still have that. We have plans for that too, because the house will be done in July. I'll start staying there, going back and forth. She goes back and forth. We always have something to do in Dumaguete, so we have an apartment there we stay at, use the pool, hang out with people. Okay, now I have left the boat docks and I am up at her house where the new place is being constructed. It poured rain last night, a lot of mud. One of the neighbor's dogs. Dogs roam free everywhere. Nobody knows I'm coming, so I'm going to pop around the corner and the worker is going to be sitting there. This is all their construction site. Their scaffolding.
Good morning.
There's a painter in the orange shirt, orange yellow. They have installed the electrician, which is one of her brothers. This is the junction box and all that for the aircon. And they're mixing mixes. All of our tile is sitting there. A lot of the tile is in. I'm not going to get in their way, but I'll show you what they're working on. He's putting some colors on the pillars. And you can see all those pillars to the right. See those sticking out by the door? That's the entrance to the existing house. Karaoke room. They have finished the header. Painted in a tan color. You can see it's angled down, kind of like a theater ceiling, so it'll be like a theater. Starts out with the marine plywood ceiling. And it turns into this. I'm going to try to get some what I call sunshine glare views of the ceilings so you can see how nice they're done. Very flat. Now behind there we're going to have some lighting up in that little cul-de-sac up there. It's already wired. There's a wire up there. Probably a fluorescent light there. And we have some little recessed lights there. Pin lights. And he said within the next couple days he's going to be turning on the electricity. Of course, there's our karaoke TV. Those will all be seating areas on the other side. The painter is starting to skim coat the other side. That Maria is kind of getting ready. I pulled in and she said, "Are we going to the..." She didn't say, "Are we going?" She goes, "Let's go to Cebu for lunch." It's okay. Jump a boat and away we go. They're using this room as their storage. This is the shower room. That's her brother laying some tiles. This is the tiles for this room. We're doing all the tile floors in the same tile, except for in the bathrooms. They're different. That's the plywood, marine plywood on the ceilings before it gets skimmed. Doors are in. They still need a little work on them. It's different than doing a wood frame house. But they're getting things installed. You can see the primers on the wall. Ready for color. The hallway still has, there's a crawl hole going up to the, that's an open ceiling roof, ventilated. And this is the master bedroom. They're cementing tiles down. They do it a little different here than we do it in the U.S. We finish off the concrete flat. Then we come over with our thin spread, tile adhesive, and stick it down with about, 3/4 of an inch, maybe half an inch of thin spread, thin set for tile. Master shower. They make bathrooms CRs, they call them here. They make the bathrooms very small here. You have your prep rooms other places. Kitchens are the big thing here. There's some pin lights there. This is a remote control 3-stage light with colors, and you can see in the glares on the ceiling, it's a semi-gloss, how nice the skim coat goes over that plywood. There's where it is, like it is before. Marine ply, and then it goes over here in that tan color. And I trying to film it inside that glare so you can actually, when you get a glare, that's when you see all the roughness and mistakes. This is coming out very nice. This guy is doing a wonderful job, friend of the family. They're either a friend of the family or family members working on this house. And they do these things for a living. And they're coming here to do this on Maria's house in between their other jobs. That's why the electrician is not here right now. He's out on another contract job. Now the window ledges there are being painted a darker green like you saw on the posts outside. Same color. It'll highlight off that. I didn't know Maria was going to do that, but hey, I think it'll look cool. Oh, there's the designer right there. Contractor, builder,
Hi, Maria.
and designer. Oh, and how about
What?
the person that handles the finances too? She pays everybody for this. Now you gotta remember, when you buy materials, you buy this, you buy that. Here's the color she has picked. The one on the left, on the bottom, is the one she's going to use for all the pillars and the trims. But you have to go to the bank and get cash for the labor people, for the materials. Except if you buy it at a thing like Home Depot and stuff, which is not Home Depot in the U.S. It's an independent. They kind of stole the name of Home Depot. Now he's making a color up for her.
The joints is leaking.
She wants it a little lighter, so she's doing the sampling. Oh, that's her broomstick there. She rides that to work. Ha ha ha. And he's used to mixing his own custom colors from what you buy. And they do have that at the stores. They do have their computer dye mixer. But the header's very nice. We have some disco lights that are up. So I just wanted to show you this before we went over to Cebu. We're on our way there. We're going to head over there and have lunch and then come back. So stay tuned for the next video. I'll load it up right away so you can follow this right away. It's just something we're doing today, and I thought I'd get you caught up on what's going on with her house. I have. The clouds are over the mountain. So it kind of looks like we could get the rain and lightning. I don't know. We'll see. But she wants to go. Nobody can build on this property next to us because it has a power junction line up there. Poles. So there'll be no neighbors. Now over this wall, there is a neighbor over there. Right there. Back there. That's how far the closest neighbor is. Now that's a house he rents, and out front there's a bigger house, and that's the owner's house, but they live, I think they live in Australia, and they only come there once in a while, so they rent out that little house way on the back of the property. And that's around the next neighbors. That's a big open field. There's cows over there. This is behind the house that we're building. And Maria's checking out some things on the back right now, so I thought I'd show you a little bit of that. And on the other side of that open field, on the other side, that is a poultry farm. And it's probably